Welcome to my channel. By Kreasinema.
There are many people who want to watch the movie Solving the Labyrinth, because this is a movie with a very mysterious feeling. The story takes place in a forest, where all are extremely high walls. This is the maze in the legend. The male lead's name is Thomas. He just got sent here. He was surrounded by a bunch of people. He panicked and fled, but unfortunately felt he discovered all around our walls. Not only that, he also lost his memory. The leader said that the boys who had been brought here had lost their memory. Since then they have lived here as a forest man. The leader is the first to arrive. He has been here for at least 3 years. What is the other door? He just said one sentence, must not go through. Thomas discovered 2 men ran out from that door. A fat boy told him they are a guide, only they can pass through. Thomas approached to watch, but was pushed away by a man. They clashed. Suddenly the labyrinth's door slowly closed. Inside the scary murky, if you are locked in there, do not know what will happen. The friend said that after one night the maze will change. No one can stay in it for one day, because there are monsters in it. Everyone who meets it must die. On the second day, on the wall he saw a lot of names that had been crossed out. The names that were crossed out were all dead. Thomas also engraved his name on it. Not long after that monstrosity happened, Thomas entered the forest, a black-eyed, white-faced man. He rushed like a madman. Thomas was almost strangled to death and he ran away. Everyone hurried over to help Thomas hold him down and saw his wound. It turned out that he was bitten by a monster, so it was like a mindless madman. They had to take him into the maze to fight everything. The labyrinth started to close the doors of those people and pushed him inside. No one wants to have a corpse next to me. On the third day the leader had to search for the way, but by the time the maze was closed he had not seen it past. Thomas asked if he could not find them. The door was about to close, when suddenly everyone saw the figures of the 2 of them. The leader is seriously injured. The friend is trying to help him. Everyone told me to leave him behind, but Thomas couldn't stand still. He broke in. Everyone told him in there he was going to die, but he still helps his teammates. This friend Minho said that you came in here to kill yourself. No one can lie through this maze after one night. He saw the wounded spirit. There was a strange sound coming from the labyrinth. Thomas devised a way to use a rope to hang the leader. That sound is getting closer and closer. Minho saw the monster and hurriedly ran away. Thomas was not alone in the middle, had to hide in it. Waiting for the monster to leave, he tied the leader to come out. Suddenly there was a small slime on his shoulder. A monster suddenly appeared from above. He ran to a dead end. He hung it on the wall. Monsters also chase. Finally Thomas and Minho met. Together they ran through a giant wall that was slowly closing. It turns out that Thomas is luring the monster here. He lured him to the door of the maze. It is slowly closing. The next day the maze was opened again. Thomas and Minho brought their leader back. Everyone was surprised. Ask your teeth if you see monsters. Minho replied that Thomas killed it. Thomas becomes a hero, but Alba doesn't like him, keeps talking badly. This time a new person is added, a girl you've never met before. On her body there is a piece of paper that says she is the last. Not long after, Thomas led a group of people into the maze. They found a locator mounted on the monster's body. Then they returned to the tent. Minho showed Thomas a map of the maze he made. It turns out that in the past 3 years Minho has gone to every corner of the maze. but he still can't find the error. He discovers that the maze has 8 areas. Area 7 can be opened. The female lead is awake and Thomas comes to her side and says, "Where is this, and why don't you remember anything?" This girl named Teresa handed Thomas the contents of the bag. What these two ampals do? Thomas suddenly thought that not the leader is injured, that might be the antidote. The leader suddenly grabbed his hand. Teresa took the medicine tube that had just been Nyax and stabbed him. The next day Thomas and Minho went into the maze together to find the exit. The wider they saw inside, the more they reached area 7, which was the blade area. The two took out the locator and followed the emitted audio signal. Minho has never seen this door. They went into the cave using the device to open the door. Step inside, there was an infrared ray sweeping through them. Suddenly there was a very loud sound. The door started to close. The two of them felt unsettled, so they quickly ran away. The blade seemed to close. Unfortunately, they lost each other. Finally escaped. The maze again closed. The stone wall moved, the two of them running at full speed. Finally learning about the tent, they heard that the leader had regained consciousness. People came to visit him. He said, "We can't get rid of it." It turns out he remembers everything. There was a loud noise outside. They all ran out to see. It turned out that late at night the labyrinth's door hadn't been closed. Not only that, more and more maze doors were opened. It can be said that the monster inside the maze has arrived. A slaughter is coming within the dark maze. Monsters have appeared. The whole barracks fell into chaos. The leader said one last word to Thomas, "Get everyone out of here." After killing a lot of people, the monster returned. They started fighting conflict. Alba blamed Thomas for all this because of him. He thought that the leader had recalled his memories thanks to this drug. Then he stabbed himself in the foot as expected. After waking up, he remembered everything. It turns out he and Teresa were the last to enter the maze. But the two of them didn't want to do bad things, so they were arrested here. They do not know that the government in the barracks has been changed. Alba became the leader. He captured Thomas and Teresa. He brought them to the entrance of the maze and intended to kill them. Thomas protested. Everyone responded blankly back to Alba. Thomas advised everyone to go into the maze. There are some people who enter, but there are also some people who stay in the maze. Everyone goes to the number 7 area, where there are monsters guarding. Together they rush to kill the monster. Monsters appear a lot. They both fight and run away. They ran to the deepest part of the cave. Finally the locator opens, and they find an exit. But outside the very strange door, all the staff working outside are dead. It seems there was a fight here. On the screen appeared a woman operating the maze. She said the secret. It turns out that the outside world is suffering from the end of the world. Humans must wear a dangerous disease. After saying that, she committed suicide. It turned out that the outside was even more terrifying. Alba suddenly appeared. He was also attacked by monsters, so all of his teammates were dead. Minho wants to kill Alba, but is helped by the fat guy. The army has arrived. They follow the army to fly. The maze looks scary from above. At this time the final photo is passed out. The woman just now wiped off the fake blood. It turns out she faked her own death and said successful experiment enters a new phase. It turned out that everyone still hadn't escaped their maze. The first maze that has escaped is still more terrifying.
Thanks for watching.